Hi there, this is Abby Rodriguez from the Assistive Technology offices at D181. I wanted to show you really quickly today something I learned at a conference about making a forced copy of a Google Doc. I think there are a lot of implications where how this could be used for guided notes or worksheets for students, but there are a lot of management issues that you need to consider going along with it, but I wanted to show you quickly this. Before I start, just a little disclaimer, I am not Google certified. This is just something I saw in a training at a conference I went to. So you might want to touch base with somebody that is Google certified if you have more questions about this. And as I said, there are some management issues that come up as well, but it was something interesting, I thought. So right now I'm actually signed in, let's pretend, as a teacher. I'm signed into our AT email account, and I'm going to go ahead and go into my Drive. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new Google document. Okay. And I'm just going to name it whatever I want. Now, if you were, sorry, I'm going to cancel that out. If you were doing this actually for a class, you might want to be thoughtful of how you label it. You might want to put something like social studies, study guide, and then the date. I don't even know what today is, the 18th. But that is something you kind of want to consider. And I'm going to make, as a teacher, I'm going to make a guided notes worksheet for my students. George Washington was, and you could make it super nice and super formatted, whatever. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I just want to show you this. All right, so before, let's say I want to share this out with students and I want them to work on it, but I don't want them all working on the same document together because that gets a little complicated. And I also don't want my original, which maybe I spent a lot of time creating, to get messed up by a student accidentally. So this is a way for all the students to have a copy of this document. So it's not a collaborative project where they're working on the same actual document, but they do get the same document in their Gmail accounts that then they can access, copy, they can do whatever they want with, and you would keep the original in your Google Drive. Okay, so let's say I've created this beautiful document and I want to share it out with my students to use in a class or maybe even at home. So what I'm going to do is click on Share here. And I'm going to click this, get a shareable link. And that's actually going to create this, that anyone with a D181 address can view the link. And I'm going to click Done. So you see I didn't actually share it here, I just created the link. So you see now I see this little icon where it has the link right here. Now here's the part that I thought was pretty spiffy, kind of cool. So I actually go up here in the address bar and I'm going to click and delete the word edit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to type in the word copy. All right. So that's actually going to create a force copy prompt. All right. So I'm going to then highlight the whole address here and I'm going to copy that. So I'm going to Command C to copy that. All right. Now there might be multiple ways to do this. This is just the way I was shown to do it. Okay, so now for my teacher email account, I'm going to go ahead and compose an email to my student, and my student is Abby Rodriguez. And I'm going to say, here's your worksheet. And I'm going to put in Control V, should put in the document link. And you see how it says copy right there? And I'm going to go ahead, and so if you had like a class list of students, you could send them this link. And like I said, I'm not Google certified. There could be a better, easier, faster way to do this. This was just the way I figured it out. All right, so I'm going to send her the link to that. Okay, so then as the teacher, I'm going to go ahead and log out. And now I'm the student. Okay, so now I'm Abby. I'm coming in to class. I'm going to check my email here. And oh, look, my teacher sent me a link to a worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. And see, it asks, would you like to make a copy? So it forces me to copy this document. So I'm going to click Make a Copy. And now I have a copy of this document. So you see where, as the teacher, I had filled it all out. Now it's a copy. Now this is where I think the management issues come into play. Now it's in the student's drive. The student can access it, all right? I would probably train the students a formula of how to rename it. So I might say Abby Rodriguez, Social Studies Guide. Oops, it didn't let me say that. Try it again. Abby Rodriguez. And I'm going to delete of. And then I have a copy of that document there. So that's how the students could use it, and then they would be altering it, and they could make notes, they could highlight it, they could do whatever, just like a normal Google document. They have a copy of the worksheet you created, but the original still exists in your teacher Google Drive. Now, it is also important to remember, if you expect the work back from the student, they're going to have to learn how to share it back with you. So that's another management issue that's important to consider. But I thought that this was kind of a neat feature of a way you could easily share out a worksheet that you spent a lot of time creating, but you don't want, you want students to interact with and use it, but you don't want your original to get messed up. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks so much.